Gold Squad TV, Pro Wrestling News. So, Roman Reigns and the WWE are like planning on him keeping both belts, right? That's what I'm hearing to the sources like, Meltzer and them. I'm not really, super duper in tune with sources per se, but I'm hearing that, they're planning on either A, doing a triple threat match where one of the titles would be on the line, so he could lose one of the titles without losing, so he keeps his undefeated streak going, or they're gonna keep both belts on him until the WrestleMania match with The Rock possibly happening at this year's Mania coming up. I hear fans complaining about they're fatigued with Reigns holding a belt, and it's hilarious, man, because y'all were killing him for being a face for so long. He's a heel now. You guys want to dictate how long wrestlers hold belts. If you're the WWE, you're staying course. You know what I mean? I would personally put the belt on Karrion Kross. Get him as much momentum as possible. Get him the belt. But that's just me. Obviously, I'm just a wrestling fan, so Roman Reigns' issue is really not an issue when he's just part-time. Ever since he went part-time after winning the big belt, both belts, fans have been kind of having a hissy fit because there's no one to defend belts on Raw or Smackdown. Some of the networks are having hissy fits. The USA wants a belt on Raw. And the thing is, where was all this problem when he was a babyface and everybody was booing him? Because he was a babyface. This cat truly cannot win. The dude is a legend, like it or not. His heel run has been legendary. He doesn't even want to turn face. If you want to get one of the belts off him, fine, but I don't think you do it with the risk of him losing his losing streak. I don't think it's a thing where the WWE's obsessed with keeping belts on him. I think it's really more just good business. You got to make sure this guy ends up holding the belt. And if The Rock's not going to face him at Mania, then you put Karrion Kross or you put Drew McIntyre or put somebody new have to face him so they can finally win the belts off him. It's going to make for, by the time you got to look at it this way from a booking standpoint, if The Rock ain't facing him, let's just say his Hollywood schedule gets in the way, right? If The Rock don't face him, then this gives WWE an opportunity to have him lose the belts at Mania to a credible young challenger who you could build momentum up to the Royal Rumble and strap a rocket on one of Triple H's pet projects and send them to the moon. Because Roman Reigns can't lose at this point. He's bulletproof. So what's going to do is, if he loses at Mania against a new up-and-comer, if, let's just say, The Rock is not able to wrestle because of his Hollywood schedule, then, or if The Rock gets hurt training, because we all know The Rock is not young anymore. He's 52 years old, if I'm not mistaken, 51. He'll be 51 going into next year. He's 50 right now. He'll be going 51 going into next year. What exactly is the point to have him? He's not going to beat Roman for those belts, so what's the point? As far as I'm concerned, you keep the belts on Roman, and if you can't find a way to strip him of one of those belts or have him defend one of those belts without him losing, per se, put him in a triple threat match or a fatal four-way eliminator, then I don't know what to tell you, man. Fans got to be patient, man. I hear WrestleMania. I watch a lot of his news, and he's super obsessed with the idea of Reigns, or riding this wave that fans are tired of Reigns. I don't think the fans are tired of Reigns. Whenever Reigns comes out, they're booing, but they're also cheering right now because they love his heel character. He's big money. He's just not on TV all the time. Whatever the WWE does, that's their prerogative. I just think it's crazy how people want him to lose, or they want him to like, yo, man, some of these guys haven't even earned it yet. You got to give some of those Triple H guys a chance to burn, like to build a huge momentum going into any type of pay-per-view. McIntyre's dope. Could have put the belt on him, but I'm going to be honest with you, Drew losing the reins isn't the worst thing for him. It didn't hurt him at all. Drew's already a made man. He beat Brock Lesnar 2 years ago at Mania, even though there's no people in there. He's a made man. He's a made man. It's okay. So Gold Squad TV, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think.